Hi everyone, Autistic Ange here. Maybe I hold it this way. So I'm at the end of my walk today. So it's been almost a week since I've been out for a walk because my car has an oil leak and it's old and it's rusty and basically it would probably suck too much money if I tried to get it fixed at this point, because I think there's other stuff that could be going on with it too. But anyways, so I kind of fell into a bit of a depression, even though I'm not somebody who has depression or has ever been diagnosed with it. I think I got bit. But anyways, after I posted my first video, I went out the following day, did a walk, did a second video, and got home and found out there's an issue with my car because a lay had come on. Basically, I thought my dreams of POTS walks were coming to an end because it's just my car and my wife's car. My wife needs hers for work. Look at these age spots. Look at this sweat. Oh, look at all these fucking people coming up. Maybe they think I'm talking to somebody instead of myself. But anyways, so I get home and basically I know it's because I'm autistic and I know I just jumped to worst case scenario, but I was and sorry about the wind. It was really windy on the way this way. I'm by the canal. It's a late walk. But anyways, maybe I should stand over here and try to blend to the wind a little bit. I obviously need to get more skills when it comes to taking videos. But anyways, I really thought my dreams of walking were done. I'm going to talk more about this in my regular podcast. If you care to take a listen to whatever episode's coming up, I'll talk more about this. Really what was going on with me the last few days. But anyways, it turns out that we should be able to get me, hopefully, just one of those used cars, those cheaper ones, with a less than $200 a month payment, and hopefully with something of a small sort of warranty, whatever comes with those cars, used cars, because I want to be able to drive it, and if something does happen within, say, the first 6 months or a year, I want to know that, I can just take it, and then, they'll fix it, and then I don't have to worry about, well, I really don't want to put all this, car work on credit cards that we really shouldn't be, tying up credit cards to all this. Anyways, yeah, maybe I shouldn't have recorded today, but it is what it is. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep walking. Because I still have a ways to get back to my car. Not terrible, but the sun's going down, and this supposedly is a park that closes at dusk. What is that called? I don't know. When the sun goes down. And then I like to follow rules. So in my mind, I'm if I don't get back there quick enough, what if I'm the only car there and it's dark and they ticketed my car? Whatever. This really is a bite. I think I just got bit. Yep, I did. That's okay. But anyways, so my wife is currently looking for some used cars that aren't gas guzzlers and are, pretty decent for the price. So I'm excited for when I can have my own car, so I don't have to borrow hers to get out and about. Plus it's getting toward the end of the year and the season, and the sun's gonna go down sooner, so I don't want to wait till she gets home from work where it's basically almost pitch black before I can borrow the car to go out somewhere. Sorry about all this rambling. You're how is this related to POTS? Well, it is, because I want to be able to do my walks and talk about my pots. Look at this. Look at all that. Look at this. So, it was like raining earlier with like thunderstorm warnings, so I didn't want to come out and get struck by lightning. So this was like the only time that I was able to come out. What's the point of this episode? Somebody's asking who's still watching. I don't know. I guess I'm just on here to say I really thought that that car was going to be like my doing, because like I got like so depressed, like to the point where my irrational thinking felt super rational. I was like, I'm trapped in my house, I'm never gonna be able to leave when I want, and we live in the suburbs, which I guess I'm grateful for, but like the suburbs ain't near any trails. I don't want to go for fucking walks through the neighborhood and get stopped by people or see them, even with headphones on. Yeah, I just kind of went to a bad place in my head. And then last night I had a moment of clarity, and I thought to myself, hey, I could just trade the car in, you know, get something for it, and still like put that toward like a cheap used car that I don't care what the fuck it looks like. I don't care what the fucking model is, as long as it's not a Hyundai. Ugh. My wife has one of those, and I just like never felt comfortable in driving in that brand, and she's had multiple cars of Hyundai. But anyways, I guess another point to this, anybody else, is to practice my camera skills, because can't you see how non-shaky that I'm doing this? It's very still. I'm a little dork. That's okay. I'm a cringy dork. And you know what? I'm okay being a cringy dork, because I'm 43. And I don't give a fuck. My age spots, my sweating, my gear, just to be able to do like a simple 1 hour walk before the sun goes down. Oh God, people again. So tired. So like, but yeah, so if any of this is cringy, yeah, I'm okay with that. But anyways, so I just went to where I started my walks, period, because I was talking in like the first video about how I started like the beginning of July, and I would do like a little bit a day, and this is like, I'm not good at explaining things, but so the Erie Canalway has like a total of 36 miles, and this is the very first patch of it. It's like 1.5 miles one way, and so basically like the start of it's back there. I didn't park there today, I just parked at an easier place, but the start of it's like back there. And at the beginning weeks of July, when I was out here doing my walking, I struggled making it even to like the halfway point, which is right up there with the bridge. I was like, oh my God, I need to sit on a bench. It was like so hard, and like I noticed I was like overheating, and my like heart was speeding up. And so like, you know, I think I talked about how I have to prevent my heart from getting to that point, because like that way I won't get nauseous or dizzy or anything like that. But you know, so I just, this is probably my favorite. Well, is it my favorite part of the Canalway, the first part? No. God, look at all these fucking people. No, it's not, because this is like the most crowded, because it's by other parks and stuff. It's like in the main area, like East Syracuse. There's people fishing. I've never been here like at this time of day, so that's probably why there's so many people. I like to go earlier in the day. Sorry if you've been seeing spit hanging in my mouth. I don't know what I fucking look like, but I guess I don't really care that much. But yeah, so I guess this is my favorite part, because this was my first section, of the Canalway, and it really like did wonders for like my mental health, my sense of confidence, and like conditioning my body to go farther and farther each day without a break. But as far as like people, no, this is the worst section because there's just so many of them all the time. But not as bad as Green Lakes, which is a state park not too far from here. And my wife and I got married there. It's our favorite state park. It's beautiful. The water is just beautiful. But there's so many people there, you can't go 5 seconds without passing somebody. And everybody wants to be like, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, hello, hi. Like, and then they'll stop, like if they've got dogs, as if like you're expected to, oh my God, look at this beautiful creature. You know what? I would talk to your fucking dog if you weren't around. I know, that's an asshole thing to say, but I don't like people like that. You know? I don't even have an inkling. Like, is that the word? No. I don't have, like, any fucking desire to have anybody come with me on these walks beside my wife. I would never say no to that. But the thought of doing this with other people, no thanks. Let's go this way. This is the end of my video. Look at this. This is like an abandoned building. I really want to go inside, but there's no way in. Oh, it might be windier back here. Not good for the camera. Okay, so this was a really jumbly video. It didn't change anybody's life. You guys are probably like, why did she even bother with this? Well, because I have to get more comfortable doing videos. And also, it's just like, it's really hard to talk, and like it's just really hard to like walk and talk like and try to stay on topic with stuff. I don't know, I need to get better at that. But I wanted to do a video to say I'm not feeling depressed anymore. There's hope that I could get myself a little yabba dabba doo car so I could get back out and go in these little nature walks. I think, you know, I think I like the canal so much because I'm always by water, even if it looks like this. I still think that's beautiful. And I love being by water. Look at that. I have no idea if like that's the way to show, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Get back to my car before it gets dark so I don't get a ticket. And next time maybe I'll have more of a purpose for the video. But okay, thanks for watching. Bye.